Imagine writing a love poem about chess. Now imagine that poem secretly contains the very first chess game ever recorded in history. No Magnus, no Hikaru, no computers, just medieval drama, weird rules, and a queen so weak she needed a personal trainer. This isn't your average chess lesson, it's a 500-year-old trap, a poetic checkmate, and maybe the spiciest Scandinavian defense you'll ever see. Stick around because this game ends with a twist that even stockfish wouldn't see coming. So, where did chess actually begin? Was it invented by a lonely genius in a basement surrounded by pawns and pain? Nope. It actually started in the 6th century India, and back then it wasn't even called chess. It was called Chaturanga, and let me tell you, the rules? Absolute chaos. Imagine a queen so weak she could only move one square diagonally. Yeah, what? One square. You thought your queen blunder was bad. At least she could move. Pawns? They could only move one square ever, even on their first move. Forget about en passant, forget about hyper-aggressive openings. And promotions? Oh, get this. If you queened a bishop's pawn, you didn't get a queen, you got another bishop. Want a queen? Better push that d-pawn like it owes you money. So, yeah, sorry, Hikaru. No 8 queens in Chaturanga. You'd be lucky to get one. But here's the thing. We don't have a single record of a Chaturanga game, not one. Why? Because, well, it was the 6th century. No notepad, no lichess, no upload PGN button. Which brings us to the year 1475 and a country that was about to change chess forever, Spain. Now here's the twist. The first ever recorded chess game in history wasn't saved in a book, wasn't written in code. It was written as a love poem. Yeah, someone literally played a chess game and said, "You know what this needs?" Shakespeare vibes. The poem was called Scotch d'Amour, which literally means chess of love. And if this guy Francisco de Castelvi didn't write it for his wife, I just know she was standing over his shoulder like, so.
Who exactly is Bishop c4 and why is she all over your love poem?
But here's where it gets spicy. The first ever recorded move in chess history, drumroll please, a 4d5. Scandinavian Defense, an opening that's played like once every 800 games now, and somehow this historic game kicks off with it. Coincidence? Or was this guy the original Giga Chad chess troll? The game continues. After e takes d5, queen takes d5, knight to c3, players even back then understood you have to harass the queen, and the queen goes back all the way to d8. Now white develops bishop to c4, pointed toward the weakest pawn in the opponent's camp, f7. Then black plays knight to f6, white plays knight to f3, and here black makes a blunder with the move bishop to g4. White could have totally just captured on f7, and after king takes f7, knight to a 5 check, the bishop would be lost and white would have won a pawn. However, he shares the same brain cells as you. That's why he was a bit weak in tactics. Instead, he played the move h3, and black this time did not make the mistake and captured the knight. After queen takes f3, black clearly was not in the right frame of mind. Imagine, if he had a clue that this game would be covered on a YouTube channel, he might have calculated a little bit more. He played the move e6, and white just gobbled the pawn on b7 for free. Black saves the rook with knight to d7, but now knight to b5, rook to c8, and knight takes a 7. It's 2 pawns now, and things are not looking good for black. Black decides to play knight to b6 so that he sacrifices the exchange, but at least the video won't be titled "The Shortest Game Ever." White captures the rook. Black takes back, and now he'll have to castle as quickly as possible. But white goes for the neck. He plays the move d4. Black plays knight to d6, attacking the queen on b7, and white gives a check with bishop to b5. Black takes, white takes, and black blocks with the knight. Black here had the understanding that queen to d7, trading queens, would be a bad decision, and still, here you are exchanging queens when you're material down. That's got to be embarrassing. And now white plays, in typical Morphy style, d5, sacking a pawn, opening files toward black's king before he can castle. Black, of course, is desperate. He has to capture it. Bishop to e3, bishop to d6, rook to d1, the d5 pawn is hanging. He plays the move queen to f6, not in the spirit of the position, and if his spirit is still watching me. Buddy, I'm really sorry. I love you, man. You started the game of chess, the game I love so much. Rook to d5, queen to g6 now, and the queen attacks the g2 pawn and the c2 pawn. Clearly, black is going for counterplay, but now white plays a trap. You know all those chess coaches telling you not to play traps? Well, you better show them this game. Because after bishop to f4, black, just like you and me, fell into the trap captured on f4, and white smiled with his bush-long mustache and captured the knight on d7. And the king suddenly realized, oh my god, I'm screwed. He plays the king to f8, and now queen to d8. It is actually checkmate, because the king has no escape squares. So next time you blunder a queen in 6 moves, just remember, the very first players were doing it too, but they made it romantic. If you're looking for more fun yet educational chess videos, I'm working on my next one right now. I'll try to upload it as soon as possible. Subscribe and hit the bell, because I'm your lil bro who won't let you get bored, even in a sport like chess.